Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
The Sphere Network. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today at advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Baptiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
Woo! Welcome back to another episode of Technocrats. So we talk about the ins and outs of technology to empower the digital you. I am your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. And I'm with my main man, Jay. Jay, what's up, brother? How you feeling today, man?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. It's a very excited week. Finally get back in some tech, but really some other things in the news has kind of diminished some of the excitement about tech.
Yeah, tech is crazy right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, the world is crazy right now,
Right.
shall I say.
Right.
Tech is tech, but we got a lot of crazy things going on in the world. We want to say what's up to all those that are on Facebook Live right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, we only go for about 15 minutes on Facebook Live. So whether you're watching this right now or you pick this up later on tonight on Facebook Live, you want to get the rest of the show, make sure you're tuned in over at thesphere.tv/Technocrats, whether it's iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, all those different platforms. We are there, and a few other platforms that we're going to modify on the website to let you know, like iHeartRadio and Spreaker and some other stuff. So anyway, we'll get all that updated later on here in the fall.
Exciting.
But man, I'm ready to hop into some tech. I mean, like I said, it's a tough week to talk tech with everything that's going on, and we'll merge the two later on today.
Okay.
But I do want to hop in because we got a lot of great things that are happening. They're a little low key, but things that are happening. One of the big things, especially for me, I game. Let me get close to y'all right now. I like to play video games because that is a break from reality. If anybody works in technology, you understand that we often provide services for other people. So we need a break from reality because we're constantly fixing someone else's problems. Mm-hmm. So how do I fix my problems? I game. That's what I do. One of the biggest gaming systems that's out right now, and it's that the conversation is totally on fire with, is obviously your Xbox One X. Now, we've got some release date information and some news, and let's talk a little bit about features. Now, we're going to pull an article up for you so that you can see this, but obviously we've heard the name in the past. Xbox was named the Project Scorpio, got its official name at E3 as Xbox One X. We're talking 12 gigs of RAM. We're talking 4K, pure 4K content. You know, all your bells and whistles of a true unit, and release date this year, just in a couple of months.
Yes.
We're pretty close, Jay.
Yes, we are.
We're pretty close, man. November 7th. It's around the corner, and it's coming fast. Now, here's the big thing, right? Everybody wants to talk about, when can I get on this list? When can I get on the list to get my hands on this unit? Because I want to be on the list. I need a day one.
Yes.
I need that 0-day console.
Yes.
Like, I need that. That date might be. We need a alleged button, alleged sound effect in the studio.
Yes.
Allegedly,
Yes.
that date might be here in August, specifically, possibly August 20th. Now, how do you feel about that, Jay, being less than a few days away from the pre-order opportunity for the Xbox.
I'm very excited and ecstatic to know that it's finally about to give the pre-order date. And we know it's actually official. They have a date in mind set now. So we know the November 7th date is the date. And it's close enough for us not to worry about it being pushed back. I don't know if you remember years ago where some of the consoles like the PlayStation and other things was pushed back, the Dreamcast. But so far, the last few consoles haven't. But the August 20th is supposed to be announced after the GamersCon convention, GamersCon 2017. And those who are I'm already on the list at GameStop. So they supposed to notify me. So hopefully I'll probably get an email tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, definitely. Hopefully somebody can just do within an email to apply. Yes, go ahead and reserve it or whatever. So I'm looking forward to it.
Man, when they hit you, hit me. Like,
okay.
Like put me in the loop because I need to know. And I like to. I enjoy going to Best Buy because normally when I go to Best Buy, I'm not just going for the system. I'm also going for a whole bunch of
accessories and other stuff too. Yeah.
Well, not even just that. Like I'm going to look at TV.
Yeah,
I'm going to look
right.
at like home stuff.
Right.
Like I'm there for all kinds of tech.
Right.
But I normally like to rock with Best Buy.
Right.
I used to work at Best Buy years ago.
Okay.
So it was one of my first jobs. I think, as a matter of fact, it was like my third job I ever had. But I say all that to say, I remember the lines for the first Xbox at Best Buy.
Goodness.
I remember the people camping out. I'm sure there's somebody watching us right now that used to camp out for something, whether it was an iPhone, whether it was an Xbox, or whether it was a PlayStation 4. People camp out for these things. So you want to hop on. This is valuable information, Jay.
Yes.
You want to hop on the pre-order. Right. You don't want to put yourself in that position.
You don't want to miss the first shipment because it's right around the holiday time. It's more likely that you won't have another shipment come into the new year.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being teed off for the rest of the year because somebody down the street's playing you and you still in 1080p, they in 4K?
Yes.
Why? Because you didn't want to hop on that pre-order. You was too busy with the Nintendo Switch. You want to hop on the pre-order. So come on, man, get on that. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I am here for this. Native HDMI 2.1. I'm here for this.
The HDR. Can you imagine Forza Motorsports and NBA 2K18?
That's gonna be beautiful,
oh my
man.
Goodness, it's a whole nother level.
12 gigs of RAM. Come on, that's
Halo
in
4K. Oh my goodness, it's just.
Epic.
Yeah,
it's gonna be epic. You got it now. Keep it a buck, right? So let's have a conversation for the folks.
Yeah,
you gotta have the right TV.
Right.
Well, now we're not here to sell you a TV, but if you still got the tube TV, if your stuff still blinks on its way out, then that's a problem. You can't rock this console.
No.
So you need something that's probably kind of flat, kind of thin, and you need to make sure it's ultra high definition.
Yes.
Not just 1080p. Surely not a 720p.
Yeah, right.
We ain't doing any of that.
Yes.
It's got to be the 4K unit. You got to have that. So that way you can experience the best of it. You don't know how hard it was to not buy the Xbox One S.
Okay.
It took a lot of me to say, I'm not going to buy the S. I'm going to wait for the X. I got the 4K. See, it took a lot, Jay.
Right, because you was ready to see what you invested in.
Exactly.
But it's a good thing you held out because I think this is going to be 4 times more powerful at least than the Xbox One S. Mm-hmm. And then all the things they give you on the hood and support for virtual reality and things to come. So you made a good investment in your way. And who knows, you may even be able to trade in the Xbox One that you have toward it.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
I ain't going to do anything else with it. Why not? Yeah. Why not? And what, no VR headset for those that are wondering, for those that have missed a boat on that. Now, obviously, there's been conversations about HTC Vive and other companies, Oculus, working with the Xbox and things like that. We've seen other companies using Xbox controller to navigate inside virtual reality. But Microsoft hasn't said yay or nay on it, and I think they're still caught up on the HoloLens.
HoloLens.
Thank you. HoloLens. They're still called HoloLens.
Yes.
They still
call it. Come out with a Halo.
You never know.
They may come for the game. You never know. They may come out with a special pair of lens to look like him.
But
that
would be dope.
Yeah.
But I would hope to see some type of HoloLens integration that for the Xbox One X. I think that would be. You've got to find a way to usher people in.
Right.
And gaming is a way to do it. Look at Pokemon Go, how it brought us into AR. You know what I'm saying? I think this is an opportunity if Xbox plays their cards right.
Yeah, that's a very good point you just made. If they do integrate the HoloLens with the Xbox One X, I can definitely see it being leveraged on Halo or Gears of War. I can see Master Chief calling up your team and recruiting, and the character avatar appears in a hologram form, standing there in your living room.
Yeah,
and
that'd
you
be
see
dope.
everything talking, and then it's telling you what to do in your next mission and everything like that. Oh man, that realism, that gameplay, that emotion and immersion would make people want to go in droves to buy the Xbox One X.
And you know what's also funny? I like what you just said about the immersion, and you're adding additional feature sets to games. I remember when Xbox, when the app came out for your iPad or your tablet,
right.
the Xbox, I forgot what it was called, but whatever that app was, look, green icon, I think. I always wanted to give you extra feature sets. Like if you're playing Call of Duty, that you could open up your tablet and you could see your layout and make modifications to your layout while you're working with the controller, modify your layout, working with the controller, or have your mini map up on your tablet.
Yes.
Versus having to look at the smaller map on the screen. Wouldn't that be dope for those that are watching us right now? Have a tablet, your 10-inch tablet got your mini map on that, while you got your 60-inch that you're playing on. Right. That way you got two different devices and you're able to really, you know what I'm saying, just that full immersion.
Yeah, and like your device and your hardware, and it actually has an impact on the game to play.
Yes.
And everything. It gives an advantage. So yeah, I would definitely like to see them bring those things in and incorporate those things. But the one thing that we didn't touch on so far about the Xbox One X, the price is expected to be $499,
something like that.
and it's not coming with the Kinect.
What's your thoughts on that, man?
I don't know, man. I'm sad because I was hoping with this ultra realism, that the Kinect will be able to show us. I was hoping to be able to scan myself in 4K as my own avatar. Now,
missed opportunities, man. Missed opportunities, but it happens. Maybe it was a financial problem. Maybe the money wasn't there for it. Who knows? But I know where we can get finances together, and that's at the Houston Housewives of Finance. So, did you know that only get your money right, folks?
Yes, have to
get your money right so you can afford this Xbox One X.
Yes, you only got
$500.
Yeah, $100 for the rest of every month. Now you got to take out to say, might as well say another $200 because you got to get that second controller.
You got to because it makes no sense. It makes no sense to have just one.
Second controller. I can get another game instead of the controller, but you got to get it though. You got to get the second controller.
That's kind of true, my G. Kind of true. So let's move forward, man. Something you brought to the table that I thought was gorge, and that's the fact that we, as in the world, we have been sitting around waiting for the creation of a true super telescope. Now, obviously, we got the Hubble, we got other telescopes out, but finally, the construction is now underway for the largest telescope in the world. Jay, let's talk a little bit about the EELT and what it's doing with this flagship observatory.
Yeah, this is a great feat and a very historical moment that they actually broke ground and had an inaugural for this super telescope back in 2014. But in the last several weeks, they've already got to the point on the construction. And the construction is breaking ground, and they're making some new contracts with different people to bring in these huge, large mirrors for this telescope. Now, this telescope is going to be the far-range telescope that's ever been constructed. So,
nice.
We're talking about, they don't really give you all the exact metrics, but as you can, those who are watching the video podcast, you can see how this rendering video is showing you the different stages of things and different instrumentations and telescopes. And you can see how massive this thing really is. Part of the video also show you a car and a parking lot next to it, and that really show you the scale. But just to touch on for people who are listening, you got to think about it took them such a long time just to get to the point to where they was able to build a power grid.
That's crazy, man. So ain't that crazy?
Yeah. So you're looking at about a year of construction just to build a power grid to power this facility to be able to use this telescope. And this is definitely being built in Europe. We're being built in Chile, rather. And the ESO is one of the European scientific observatory groups that's backing this project, and a lot of other private investors. And I don't know if you noticed, Gary, but what were some of the things they said they was planning on doing with this, using it for some of the objectives for this telescope?
Well, I think the biggest objective, that, from what I understand from this article, is to look for exoplanets, look for planets that are very similar to Earth. And obviously, man has always had these questions. Why are we here? Where are we from? What is the true beginning of time and things like that? And with this being the biggest telescope ever built, the furthest reaching telescope that we're gonna be able to control here pretty soon, those are the questions I think that man will unfortunately try to answer, which we'll never be able to answer, but continue to try. And I like what you just touched on a minute ago, is that you've got so many different hands in this. Private investors, other countries. You got countries that are building the mirrors. You've got a different country that's doing the polishing. You got a different country that's doing the calibration. It's like it's so many different hands in it. It feels like unity. It feels like this United Nations type of project because it's beneficial for the whole planet, and that's how things should be.
Yes, the information that they're going to be able to gather going past these solar systems like you touched on, a lot of these things we talked about in earlier episodes, whenever you start doing space exploration or just building things to help you get to the space, just like they were talking about getting to the moon landing, they discovered all types of other type of elements and materials that they can use for other purposes. So it's just mind-boggling to think about what these images and things are going to look like, man.
Dark matter, dark energy, like being able to truly study that. I mean, that's dope. Black holes and what's beyond them and how they're, the different things that happen in creation. It's so interesting. Like the more advanced we get, the faster we get advanced. We always talk about things moving so exponentially, and I think that this telescope will open up a lot of opportunity for us to do a lot of great things. The further we can see, imagine us being able to see a planet, in a different stage of evolution, or be able to see a planet that may hold viable in a Goldilocks district where water can be in a liquid form. If we're able to find those things, that's what's going to continue to propel these private businesses as well as countries. And how do I say this? Government-based corporations, if I say that properly, to really bite down and spend the dollars it takes to get us to these other planets, man. So I'm kudos to all of this. Anytime I hear about us moving forward in the space-time continuum area, that's what I'm on, man. We know how passionate Gary is when it comes to the space, and so am myself as well. But we want to thank those who've Facebook Live audience who's been tuning in with us, and also want to ask you to continue to subscribe. Hey, Priscilla, appreciate it. Yes, we're trying to be informative for the peoples. Yes, appreciate that. And we have so many things in other platforms where you can catch our content. For those of you who may not be aware, you can catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. This episode will be dropping and be available either later tonight or early tomorrow if you want to see the rest of this episode. Also, we ask you please continue to give us constructive feedback. Let us know what some of the things you see in areas that we can improve. We want to continue to bring you great content. And please share this post on your Facebook Live, a lot of your other friends and other people and your family as well. And we want to continue to grow our subscribership, continue to grow our audience, and continue to bring things to empower you. And lastly, but not least important, we want you to donate to our mission. You can see on our website at www.thesphere.tv/donate. You can do a single donation, or you can donate on a Patreon. And also, too, all those things to be here to help us continue to bring you enriched and inspiring content
each and every week. So we thank you all so much. We appreciate you all on Facebook.
Peace.
We love you. And
Peace.
we're going to go on with the rest of the show.
Peace.
All right.
All right, my G. So, moving right along. Next up to bat is the rat tat tat tat. Apple.
Yes.
Now, Jay, I know this is you. I know this is, man. When I see the runner show and I see something from Apple on it, I'm like, there Jay go, man. There you go. So let's talk about this because I'm excited, but I'm not.
Okay.
Right. Here it is.
Let's talk about it.
Apple's talking Apple Watch 3, right? We're talking Apple Watch 3. LTE rumors, eSIM, meaning electronic SIM, so no physical SIM, which means same size, same footprint, no calls.
Yes.
Data only, which I'm okay with because I don't know if I necessarily feel like you need to, have two different phone numbers rolling and you doing this all day. Hello. Like, I don't know. I don't feel that. But overall, I love when Apple continues to push the envelope, even small baby steps, because other people eventually catch on and do the same thing. Us Android users, we don't have a lot of watches that have LTE capabilities.
Right.
The ones we do have are clunky and janky. It is what it is. Let me just be honest. So from an Apple perspective, from a not one, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've had both Apple Watches.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you're going to have an iPhone 8.
Okay.
Pretty sure you're going to get a new tablet at some point.
Okay.
Do you need an Apple Watch with LTE connectivity? And if you do, how do you plan on using it? If you don't, is this a bad decision for Apple?
Okay. I thought about this a lot, actually. And I remember talking about how I felt that was the thing that caused them not to miss the mark in a sense to just put the whole industry on smart wearables on lock by not having LTE in the last watch series too. But then I thought about it. How would it be every day with me utilizing the LTE for us getting data, talking to Siri to go find out things around my area? Would I want to keep raising my wrist up, like you said, I mentioned, or use an Apple earbuds or another type of Bluetooth device to initiate my watch? So I said, okay, what would be something I would benefit from by having this? And what I can say is I think Apple needs to go ahead and come out with the phone. Let me tell you why. It's not up to Apple to come up with the phone. It's up to the subscriber cellular providers to initiate it. Apple already has the technology to enable built in the Apple Watch 3. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of them wanting to turn it on and support it. That's what I need. That's why I have to restate that. Okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's up to them. But the technology things, LTE, to be able to answer phone calls is already there.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that. I think Apple Watch series should release a sports watch series with this only where the LTE is available. So for those people who are jogging or cycling, who don't want to carry the phone, but they have the phone now on LTE on their watch and they had a data plan, I think that would be great for them.
Now I thought you talking about Watch 3, right?
Yes,
I thought that's what they're gonna do.
Right, well they are, but the thing is, it's still not clear yet if they're going to enable you to be able to phone home and do other things away without being without your phone being near. Yeah, they'll let you be able to access the wide 4G LTE network to do data services, things such as this on your phone. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's still up in the air on exactly how they're going to allow what these providers like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile all going to be able to provide and enable you to do for us phoning, making calls, and receiving calls.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel that is there a need to be able to make a call from your watch, or is there even a need to have LTE data on your watch?
I don't think Siri is the actual. Sorry, Siri, she responded to me. I don't really think Siri is really that robust yet at the point to where you can really leverage her in your everyday life just from your watch. Mm. Okay. But what I think they are doing, I think Apple wants this in here to test something else they plan on bringing out. And that's what you talked about, the AR thing. Mm. I believe this is just a test pilot to see will the phone be the good hub or will the watch be the best hub for leveraging people AR in the future.
I see what you're
See
saying.
what I'm saying? Because what would provide the hotspot best for people? They want to know, do we need the user, the consumer, to have to carry a phone with them all the times in order to send the signal information to the AR goggles or glasses?
Yeah.
Or do we want to be able to come from the watch? And I think this is something else they are testing in here, buried underneath deep in their code to see how they want to proceed with their future releases. But I think, honestly, don't give me just a little bit teaser. If this Apple Watch 3 is capable of handling data, network, and also receiving and sending calls, enable it all the way and get something with these different service providers to enable it. But it's like I say, it's still up in the air. We don't know.
I feel you. And see, and I think I sit on the other side because I wouldn't want to have to manage that. If my phone, or excuse me, my watch had an LTE option to take phone calls, I don't know if I'd even want to deal with that.
Right.
I would love the fact of having data on my watch without the need for my phone.
Right.
But everywhere I go, my phone is usually with me.
Okay.
So
do you think that maybe perhaps Apple will say, okay, we're doing away with the iPod Nano, and all the iPods, right?
Mhm.
Okay, this will become the new iPod, but yet it's on the watch.
I'm
And we're
with
giving
that.
you data, LTE.
I'm
Do you
with
think
that.
that's what they probably trying to?
That makes sense,
Okay.
right? Because how many you remember?
Yes.
You remember the people who would take the Nano and add the, what was it, TikTok? They would they created the bands to put and they turned your Nano into a watch.
Yes.
So that's technically what Apple did when they created the watch. So I mean, we've seen it done. And I think that makes sense. I think that's smart. I think they have to become price conscious if they're going to do that.
Okay.
Because you have to. I mean, those Nanos were $99, $149. And the watch I think starts at what, $2 something, right? $249, $299.
$249. Yes.
So they need to be concerned. And here at the end of the day, if they really want to do that, if they really want to take that watch, that and make it the hub, advertise. Let people know that's what you're going to do. And you can advertise right here at the Sphere.
Yes.
Because this is what the next portion of the show is sponsored by. So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So Apple, advertise if you're going to do this. You're going to throw LTE in, advertise.
Yes.
Let people know that this is what you're doing. But in all honesty, I like having data on my watch, and just so happen my phone, I'm doing something with my phone, my watch can be a bit more seamless versus having to utilize. I'm okay with that. I needed to fall under one bill versus two different bills.
Gotcha.
I know that.
Gotcha.
And that's how I would feel about it.
My thing is, how would they iron out some of the wrinkles for allowing you to be able to have the same number to answer, send, and receive on the phone and as on the watch?
Clone a SIM.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Mission Impossible enough.
Yes.
To see people clone SIMs. Clone that SIM, Apple. Make it an eSIM that's clonable to your phone. That way it copies all that, and you can get data on it. You can turn your phone off. Your watch still functions. You can still get your FaceTime. You can still get your Skype stuff. You can still get your iMessages, you can get your text, you can get all that information, turn your phone back on, it's synced properly, done deal. Right. All of a Bluetooth.
So you don't have to worry about getting the new T-Mobile digit service.
That
another $10.
Exactly.
Right.
I went and talked to them about them jokers about this. I was like, how does this digits work? And then I just went in there playing like I ain't know what they were. So it was like, well, you kind of have this and this and this. I was like, so it's a secondary app? And they were like, yeah. kinda. And I was like, no, not kinda. Like it is. It's an app. So I mean, it's an overlay. It's not. It's not native to the device. So. To me, that's problematic. Like I get it, but we've seen VoIP apps.
Right, it's
They don't work that well just yet.
Right.
Like you still got some issues. So I was like, I don't need that, man, because I got a T-Mobile SIM. I got AT&T. My OnePlus 5, wherever it is, has both SIMs in it. My AT&T SIM and my T-Mobile SIM. So I can flip back and forth if I needed to, or like when I'm in a place where it has bad coverage and I need better LTE, I hop over to T-Mobile if AT&T is
gold
there.
Right there.
Yeah,
bro.
so I do that, but it's like I don't. Give me something on my watch that piggybacks off my current data, no additional charges. I'm with that wholeheartedly.
Well, we're going to see how this affects.
We'll see.
The biggest thing we didn't say is how it's going to affect Android users.
Yeah.
But we get on that another time.
Well, no, we can real quickly, because I'm an Android user. I don't think Apple's ever going to allow Android users to connect to the watch. If they did, I would buy one. Hands down.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love the Apple Watch. I love the configurations for it.
Yes.
It's the best smartwatch, I think, on the market. And I like my Huawei.
Yeah,
My Huawei
yeah.
watch too,
That's nice.
It
too.
works.
Very nice.
I flip bands around and all kind of stuff. However, Apple Watch, come on, waterproof, come on, man.
It's just
come on.
It's just so you just forget it's there, but it helps you with so many different things. I mean, especially with the navigation, the calls, the texts, everything you can think of, notifications. I love it. So
it is what it is. All right, so let's move a little bit. And I forgot to say we were in our Mobility Weekly with the Apple Watch, but we're gonna pivot over to our digital trends now. When we talk about digital trends, we're talking about things that are happening in society that everyone's aware of and things that are shifting. One of the things we kind of alluded to earlier was the fact that we've got a lot of stuff happening right now in Charleston. RIP to the young lady who lost her life. RIP to the troopers who lost their lives. It's tragic, right? It is. From the tech perspective, this is what's interesting. See, I think a lot of people forget how disruptive technology is, Jay.
Yes.
And we're here to remind you. So if you're sitting on your couch, sit up for this. Or if you're listening in your car, turn it up just a little bit. And let's dive deep. We're going to stay as neutral as we possibly can, which is very difficult due to the melanin in my skin. Yeah. However, I will say this. Technology is showing up and showing out when it comes to white supremacy and racism. So not only is Spotify hopped on board and they're starting to ban racist individuals or racist users, however they can deem that a user is racist, Apple has also hopped on board. So for those that are watching us right now, we've got the article up, but Apple has decided that they're disabling their Apple Pay support for 3 white nationalist websites that were selling white supremacy or neo-Nazi materials, merchandise, things like that. So they're like, nope, you can no longer use our service to move dollars for that type of hate content. And it's not just them, Jay. It's not just Apple. It's not just Spotify. You got places like Cloudflare. They do data security. They do some other things in the web or in the cloud. They're no longer protecting neo-Nazi and white supremacist sites. You've got places like Squarespace, which are canceling accounts with sites that support or that are around the hate crime and hate speech. They're doing anything along those lines. Uber's down, Facebook's down, PayPal. I mean, the list goes on. Technology is showing up and they're showing out when it comes to white supremacists, to these European Americans and what they're trying to push forward as far as being supreme and wanting others out. You're seeing the backlash in technology. Jay, how do you feel about that? I said my piece. Now I'm gonna pass it to you. I may be the wrong
person to ask about this, man.
I think you're the perfect person to ask about this one. What's up, man?
Okay. Stay neutral, Jay.
No, man. Keep it a buck, Jay. Keep it 100.
I may have to go to Society Now on that one, man. Go break it down on that. Okay. What I can say is it's a shame it took a publicized event and a person's death that wasn't with melanin skin for this to finally move these people to say, hey, let me stop facilitating and providing infrastructure for people to spread this hate and to organize. Repeat that again.
Spot on.
It took that event to happen. After all these years, you knew about these people. They openly tell you what their subscribership, who they are. But it took this event for you to say, okay, let me stop facilitating and provide infrastructure for them to spread this hate and to organize people to do these terrorist acts. Because what it is, an act of terror.
It is, Jay.
Nothing else but terrorism.
And we shouldn't be utilizing technology to help spread that.
Yes.
Same way when they cancel Twitter accounts for Al-Qaeda members and things like that to try to shut down on that. It's the same situation here. This is just domestic terrorism.
Right.
It's happening on our own soil by citizens of this country. So it makes sense. If we would do it for someone outside the country, we damn sure should do it for somebody inside the country. Shut them down, pull their infrastructure. No, sir, no more. Makes sense.
Right. And this is really something because the article was saying you don't know how deep this goes. And,
Very true.
And a lot of times these people remained private, and everything, tried to conceal their true identity. But now it's just such the world, and the scene of the world changed so much in the sense these people openly are showing you who they are. They're showing you that, hey, I am your doctor. Hey, I'm the person when you want to go get a loan for your car, for your house. I'm the one that's rejecting you. I'm the one saying your credit is bad when it's really not. Hey, I'm the one that's operating on you. I'm the one that's teaching your kids at school. I'm the one that's fixing your food in the kitchen. When these masks are off now and these people are revealing themselves, you see these are the people you encounter every day. These are the ones that make sure you never get promoted on the job.
Yep.
Always bad evaluation. So you see these things right here. So that's what I was saying. It's right up in your face. And I think this event helped people to see that some of the issues you talked about in society now with Colin Kaepernick and things like that, he wasn't just a figment of his imagination, that there's a lot of bad issues going on.
Yep.
This right here had to show that it's a lot of things, and it's just like it's getting worse.
It is. And we need people to stand up who stand in the gap. Unfortunately, it does have to be people who don't look like us to stand in the gap and say, hey, this is where things should stand. And I want to read something that Tim Cook said. He wrote that hate is a cancer, and left unchecked, it destroys everything in its path. It scars last generations. History has taught us time and time again, both in the United States as well as countries around the world. He continued, we must not witness or permit such hate and bigotry in our country, and we must be unequivocal about it. This is not about the left or the right, conservative or liberal. It is about human decency and morality. That is technology ones and zeros talking.
Right.
That is straight down the middle, no swaying left or right, ones and zeros. Tech needs to be in a position that it does not promote things that destroy others. That makes sense, man.
Right. It needs technology and infrastructure things need to be viewed as a privilege, or like they say, driving license, getting that.
Sure.
To be on the road to drive is a privilege.
These are private companies.
Yes.
They can decide to ban anyone they choose.
Yes.
It is not a right.
Yes.
Having a Facebook account is not a right.
Right.
Having access to Apple computing is not a right.
Right.
These are privileges.
Right.
And people need a firm understanding between the two, especially when it comes to technology, man.
Yes. And even though it's hard to do today in this society, we do want to keep ourselves smiling and keep our shine on.
True.
So this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness.
Yo.
At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Chandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680.
There it is. And remember, if you say the Sphere when you call, you get 10% off your work. Hey, put that money. Put that back in your pocket.
Yes.
But that's money, man. money. Well, Jay, that wraps it up for today, man. I was gonna throw you a curveball, but I don't have a curveball to throw at you, man. I'm just excited to see technology stepping in the gap.
Right.
I'm excited to see other things coming down the pipe. And I'm excited for those that are watching right now, those that are listening right now. Thank you so much for continuing to patron the things that we do here.
Yes.
Remember, if you've got questions, you want to dive deep into the things we're talking about, you need more insight, hit us up. Shoot us an email over to technocrats@thesphere.tv or any social media site. Any social media page, platform. I said site. I was thinking platform, app,
Yes.
all those things at the Sphere TV. #Technocrats, and we will definitely get back with you. Jay, my man, how can people reach you directly?
You all can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, also LinkedIn. Email me, jdavis@AstroTesla.com.
There it is. And of course, you can reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I'm snappity chatting right now.
Hey, okay.
I'm more watching than taking my own snaps, but
Okay.
I'm there. I'm maybe like stalkerish on Snapchat right now, something like that. I'm behind the thing, kind of, sort of. But hit me up at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. This has been another great episode of Technocrats. We will see you all next time. Take care.